Hey guys, what is up? Back at you again. As you can see, just slide into the coveralls here. Getting ready to do some fixing on some equipment. Yes, my phone is set up right there. Just make sure I got good angles here. So today we are going to be working on this little 125cc Chinese ATV. Basically this thing, it'll fire up. It takes a while for it to fire up, and sometimes it won't fire up without like starting fluid. So we're gonna take a look at it, and it runs really like rough. So I think maybe the rubber on the needle valve on the inside of the carb is no good anymore, which I got spare parts over there. But so we're gonna take it off. I really don't want to take this plastics off this thing. Look, the guy who brought it repainted it with the sun. So I'm see if I can take the carb off. Probably be able to just by taking out. There's just some 10 mil bolts there. So we are going to take the carb off right there. I'm gonna open it up, see if it's dirty, see what's going on with it, and then hopefully we'll get her fixed and we'll have a happy customer. So first thing I'm gonna do, turn this off. I forget how. I think that's off. Okay, so now we're basically good to start ripping this carb off. And I know this is a 10 mil, and I think there's a 10 mil wrench I have right over here. So I'll do a little time-lapse video of me ripping this carb off, and then yeah, I'll get back to you when I have it off. Alright guys, so you can see I got the carburetor off. So notice this vent tube is broken here, but it's not a big deal because this is a longer line, so I can just put it back on. Let me see, I'm gonna need a Phillips, which I think I have right here because I was using these earlier. My carb teardown bench is very, very messy, as you can see. I might have to just make room here. I'm gonna have to kind of do it here and there. What I'll do is I'll move that, and then let me see if I can't get a little rag. I like to have the rag on there just so I can have all my parts in one little area so I can visually see what's going on. And I do have another carburetor right here I'm gonna bring over for one of these Chinese ATVs in case I gotta rob any parts off it. This one won't quite fit the same. I don't think they're quite the same. They're pretty close, but they're not quite. But I think the parts internally will probably be very similar. And we can start tearing this bad boy apart and see if we find anything. So this, first of all, can come off because don't need that. Ooh, gas all over my hand. Upsize my screwdriver once. Ooh, God, that's cold. Okay, crack that one. And I should be able to, yeah, okay. So these two are cracked. I need to get another light for over here. This is kind of my you know, trouble light I've been using back and forth here. 7 o'clock here. So that might be a good reason why she's not running well. If you guys can see that, she is very, very dirty. Luckily we got the equipment and tools here to clean all that good stuff. Look at that. It looks like someone used fuel stabilizer in this, because guys, when you use fuel stabilizer, I don't know what it is, if it's the ethanol in the gas. You guys can see that it tends to create this gel, so I never recommend anyone using fuel stabilizer on their small engines. I just say, what I personally do is I tell my customers to run them dry of gas. That way, you know, next season it's not going to give any problems. You just fill it up and it'll fire right up. So now we know what the problem is. I have this screwdriver I got from Snap-on, 732 flathead. I got this, so okay, the funny story, I'm pretty sure this comes in a set, maybe, I'm not sure, but I had this, my Snap-on dealer didn't have it in a set, so he made it with this end for me, and I got it specifically for taking out jets, because I could never find the flathead the right size to take jets apart, but this one fits basically all the jets the same, so that's why I got this one. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna find my air line, because I think my air gun is attached to it, and we're gonna blow this crap out. These cement mixers will be in another video as well that we're working on. I had to do a bunch of service work to this one, and the same is gonna be for that one, so we're gonna make a video on that. But I'm just gonna blow all this crap out. So I think now this thing should start up and also run a lot better when we get this carburetor cleaned out. Throw these jets back in. So I'm gonna put this all back together, get it all cleaned up properly, and then I will take a video when we're ready to put it back in the quad. All right, guys, so carburetor's back together, installed. Now, before I actually took the carb off, I was fooling around with it, trying to start it and see if it would run. So I'm probably gonna, and I was fooling around with the adjustment, so I'm gonna have to probably readjust it again, but that's no problem. This thing doesn't have a battery, but I am getting one for it. Just wanted to fix the fuel problems before I ordered a battery in case. This has to be on. And let's see if we get anything here. Turn on the choke. I put fuel in the tank, so there should be. Yeah, ooh. Let's see if I can put my hand over it just to get it started, make a better vacuum. All right, we're gonna shut this off, take the gas extractor, suck out the gas that's in the tank, and we'll try to fire it back up. All right, guys, so I sucked out all the old gas, put some new gas in, sucked some crack out of the tank. I'm gonna try to start it up with starting fluid, just see if I can get it to run, and then we'll go from there. Let me try one more thing before I start, because I did fool around with this a bunch, so it could not be getting quite enough fuel. So let's tighten this up, and we'll start with 4 turns, logo up. Let's see if this does anything, and then I can adjust it from there. Okay, so that's a bit better. Let's see here. Okay, so we got it to run. I'm gonna let it sit a little bit, and then we'll fire it back up again and see if she'll run properly. All right, okay, here's a little intermission clip. I thought about this after. We're gonna try testing the spark plug. So this is a spark plug tester, and this gives you your power. Basically, it would be equivalent to your RPMs, right? So I want you to take a look. This one is the one that I took out, and the other one is another one very similar that I had laying around. So if you give it power, and you juice it up all the way, right? Look at, if I take this out, look at how small that contact is right there compared to this one over here. So we're gonna go ahead and put in this other spark plug and see if that makes a difference. It's tight. Now let's see if that makes a difference or not. It's been sitting a little bit. So we'll throw that on, hook up our battery source or power source, see if she'll fire up. Would you look at that? Adjust the idle down a little bit here. That's running a lot better than it was before. A lot smoother. Getting way more RPM out of it. So what I'm gonna do, shut it down. I'm gonna put this air filter back on it. And then guys, I think we're ready for a test drive. All right guys, let's go for a little test drive here. Mind you, I'm not a little big for this thing, but I think this thing's got some pep to it. No! Trying to get some of that new fuel through it. cc. This thing's got some good pep to it. Now I don't know if there's another gear. Maybe there is. Alright guys, so I think all we are due for now is a new battery and we are good. So when that comes in, we'll finish up the video. Other than that, I'll see you guys later.